It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm just up getting ready to go for my run. Uh, like I said, I'm going to do daily video logs, journals of what I'm up to, what I'm doing. And again, it's mostly for me to keep track of, my progress and what I'm working on and what I'm doing. And if you want to come along for the ride and watch this, I mean, that's great. I mean, hopefully you get some Timbits, and if you want to share your insights and what you think, that's great. A couple things I'm working on really that's really important to me is one is keeping up with working out. I find one of the challenges I have is as I'm going through developing my business and working on things, I sway back and forth. I sway from doing a lot of activity in my business and working with business friends and going to meetings and working in my office and doing a lot of work, and I get away from the exercise. And then the other way is I start doing some exercise and focusing on working out and running and eating right, but then I don't have enough time to do my business. So and if I run out of time, it's just because there's just a lot of work to do. So now, through the years, I've learned how to harmonize that better. And now this year, I did a lot of fasting and cleansing to get to a certain level because I wanted to get down. I mean, I was up to 235 at my worst. Right now, I'm hovering around 200, and I'm probably by the end of the summer I'll be about 180. So, but the working out for me is not about weight. It's not about losing weight and being skinny. It's about being healthy and having a lot of energy and being abundant and just having fun doing it. And when I run, I listen to motivational tapes or motivational audios. I keep saying tapes, but there's audios on my iPhone. So I do that and listen to strategies and things. And so I kind of double up my time and do two things at once. And it keeps me motivated and keeps my mind kind of busy as I'm trying to run and do exercises and some things I might find tedious, but I'm keeping my mind active. And I guess what I want to talk about that, and something I just want to remind myself, is that life is not about balancing. And I have this pen here to kind of show this. I can balance this pen on my hand and not do any work except for holding my shoulder up and do all that. But if I had this on a table, I can balance on a table. Table sits there, it's stationary, nothing works. It's just there. I'm just balancing it. When I think about that, there's times that I've balanced things where I didn't do any work, I didn't do any activity, and it suffered. There was no momentum, there was no movement. So the mindset I had to change is I had to think of a piano, like harmony, how to keep things in harmony, keep things tuned, keep things moving. And this goes for my relationships, this goes for my business, this goes for my health. And when you keep things in tuned, you have to work at it constantly. Right? And people they have to, and we'll use a piano as in the analogy here. When you have a piano, you have to tune the piano. You have to make sure the keys are all in tune. When you're playing the music, you have to make sure you're hitting the right keys at the right time. And then you have to make sure you're reading the music. And you're doing all this process to make sure that you have, the outcome is, beautiful music. And it sounds great and, you enjoy it. So what happens is, same with health, same with your relationships, same with your business. You all have to keep in harmony. You have to keep working at it, and you have to keep fine-tuning it and changing it and going through that process. So what happens, you keep increasing, you keep growing and growing. And I find, even with social media as my business, I find that I'm evolving and changing the way I'm doing things because I'm harmonizing my health. I'm eating right. I'm eating really organic food, holistic food. I make sure that I've cut down on my meat intake. I was eating way too much meat for myself, and I eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, smoothies. So I keep healthy. I'm harmonizing. And then I'm working out, 4 times a week, doing that, keep my body active. And then now with my business, I'm evolving. I'm re-evaluating how social media works for me, and then as I incorporate what I'm utilizing and doing for myself, I'm doing that with my business friends and the people that I'm working with. And at one point, social media for me was about list building, community building massive communities and getting in front of as many people as you can. Well, over the last year and a half, you might have noticed this. Facebook, for example, and I'll use that as the example right now because there's a lot of activity that I'm doing there to clean house there. Facebook has changed their algorithm over the last year and a half that organically people will not see your post unless they are active with you. So if you post up this great image, say you write some long say article, whatever that may be, and you post it up and you're not getting the activity, and you wonder, okay, well, what do I need to do? Well, I have to do paid ads and I have to get out there and do other things if you're looking at your business. But if you're just personal and you're like, well, I'm posting this stuff but no one's really kind of engaging, it's because what happens is that people are not active with you. They're not going to see it, right? They're not going to comment because they don't see it, right? And they're not going to like it, they're not going to share it. Then what happens is it just kind of goes out there. It goes out to the information storage, and that's it. And I realized that as I was posting things out and just watching the activity, and I was doing this with some people I was working with, and I was seeing there was no activity. And I was like, okay, let's go back to the algorithm. Let's go see what's going on. Let's see the activity. Let's get some engagement going. And sure enough, things started to grow. But it took to get that engagement, to reconnect. And that made me realize and took a step back and go, okay, hold on. What am I doing with my social network? What am I doing with my social sites? And how's that working? And I haven't done much activity on mine because I've been so busy working outside and working with business friends and doing that. I wanted to step back and clean up my house, my social sites, and really get back into doing the things for myself first, seeing how things work, test the measurable results, and then put it out there. So with that being said, over the last day and a half, I've been cleaning house on my Facebook account. I'm starting there first because I spend a lot of time on there. And I realized that there's dead accounts. And when I mean dead, there was no one there. The accounts have been deleted. I don't know if the person deleted it or Facebook deleted, whatever that may be. And I had about 150 deleted accounts, and I got through, and there was just a silhouette of a thumbnail there for the person's profile picture. And when I clicked on the account, Facebook came up and said, this account's been deleted. Do you want to unfriend the person? And I went through them, and I was looking through them. I'm like, wow, there's so many people in here. So I went through all that. Then I found people that were not active. As I'm going through, I'm like, okay, who's this person? This is a person from Nigeria. Why do I have the Nigeria prince like 4 times? And I'm waiting for my check. He hasn't sent it yet. So I wanted to contact him and say, hey, where's my check? I sent you all my banking information. Like, where's my 10% of your $1 billion? So I don't know. I'm still waiting on that. So I found accounts like that on my Facebook account, and I'm going through and I'm deleting them because there was no way. Like, I was working with this person, I was connecting with them, and I know some people are probably watching this and saying, okay, well, hold on, Ryan, you probably followed them. There were some accounts that I know I did not follow. Like, there was ones that were like, and there's a few, like, I make a joke about the Nigerian prince, but there was a few like that were that bad, right? Guys holding guns and doing all that stuff, and I'm like, and they're part of some sort of regime, and I'm like, no, I would not have followed that person. I have a certain mindset as I was following people and friending people, but that wasn't it. So I'm going through right now, just cleaning house, and the outcome I want to get from this activity is I want to clean it to a point where I can now start to reconnect with the people that are on my friends community in Facebook, and start reconnecting and see how we're gonna collaborate. Are we gonna work together? Are we just friends? Are we gonna have some fun and enjoy ourselves? And when I'm traveling, I can meet people in California and Australia, and I've got people from all over. As I'm looking through England, am I able to just travel and connect with them and enjoy meeting them and having them show me around, and vice versa. If they come down to Toronto, can I show them around, show them the sights, the CN Tower, you name it, things they would like to see, and dinners they would like to go to, shows, who knows, right? That's kind of that friends community that I want to build up, and I really want to connect with people because in that sense, and I'll talk about that because it's important to me, I have 2 mentors that just have opened up my eyes over the last 6 months, a year, why it's so important to build relationships first and connect with people. The next is, if you're looking at business, if you're looking at business growth, and you're looking at business friends. As I'm doing social media marketing the truth, and it's one of the projects, the passion projects I'm working on, I'm realizing more and more, right? the social sites are setting this up that you need to start to have engagement and connection, and you have to build up relationships. And I realize when it comes towards business and you're trying to get, grow your business and you're trying to make profits and increase revenues, and you're trying to get key performance indicators where you're seeing your activity and you're seeing the results for it. This all comes down to how you connect with people, how you communicate with them, and then how you collaborate later. And as I'm doing the social media, the truth videos, and I'm recording them, I'm going through my mindset that I realize more and more why business owners are coming out and saying social media doesn't work. This is crap. And watching how they're using social media, and they're just putting out information, and they have an empty audience. There are no connections. The algorithm is not sharing it out to people that they know, and they're saying it's not working. Well, the reason why is because you're not getting engagement. You're not connecting with your community. You're not treating each person as a business friend and building that relationship, that rapport with them, and keep connected, like that harmony. Keep working at it. Right? Just don't think it because they're there, but actually working at it and connecting with them. And that's why social media is a lot of work, right? To be successful on. And there's a turning point where you're gonna do a lot of sweat equity. You will just be in there. And there's going to be a turning point where your community is going to start to engage with you and come back. And then you have that cross relationship. It's going to be that 50-50. But it's going to take you, right, me, to go out there and build those authentic relationships. And that's kind of really it. That's what I'm working on this today and over the next month, to really clean up each social site as I go. Facebook's going to be my first turning point. And really build up those relationships and really connect. And the mentors are my coach, John, who's 85 years old as of last week. I went to his birthday party, and still in sales at 85 years old. And going to his birthday party and connecting and with the people and talking to the people that are at his birthday party and hearing how they know him, and John's a great guy, and how do you know him, and hearing the conversation, you kind of go, wow, I'd love to be him when I'm 85. I love to be connected with him, like with the people that he's connected with when I'm 85 years old. And that's just so inspiring that his legacy, through his life, was not just about his business and his sales, but the people he met and the relationships he built, and how he connects them. And he's just his energy. He's so enthusiastic, and he's happy, he's joyful, he's just always making jokes. He's just such a great guy. It's something that I want to strive to live towards, is just that. The next is my grandmother, and she hates when I talk about her on social sites, so it's gonna be funny. If she sees it, I'm gonna get yelled at, but it's okay. She's a mentor for me because she's been organizing my family, and it's a massive family of I think she had 12 brothers and sisters, and the family under that, my grandmother from there, and her brothers and sisters and their kids and their family, and it just kept growing. Oh, my grandma's the archiver and the resource, the news person. So anytime you want to find out what's going on with someone, you go to her and say, hey grandma, what's going on with this person? What's happening here? Oh, and when you sit with her and go out for dinner, like when I go to dinner with her, or at like family events, when I take her, she's telling me about all these things that are happening. Oh, well, Joan's doing this and Fred's doing that. And did you know about, this person had a kid? And you're like, wow, how does she keep up with it? But she's always connecting. She's always, talking to people and keeping all those relationships through the family, because she knows it's so important. It's so valuable. She was in that era where it was so important to stay connected. And that really, those two mentors of mine really hit home over the last 6 months for me, is that no matter how much money you make, how successful you are, nothing matters but the relationships that you build, right? The relationship with yourself, the relationship with the people around you, and the ones that you connect with. Those are the ones that really matter, because those are the ones that are going to help you through times when it's slow and you're going through struggles, and those are going to be the ones that are with you through the ones that you have successes, and you're having parties, and you're having massive gains, right? Being it personally, maybe you're lost weight, you're running to a marathon, whatever that may be, Or on the other side, if you're, going through, success in your business, either both challenges in your career and your business, they're the ones that are going to sit down with you and go, okay, what can we do? How can we help you? Right? I see you're going through this challenge. And I've had people, and I mean, I'll mention one guy who's a really good business friend of mine is David Cohen. I mean, David Cohen has been amazing. Like, both, motivational and someone who's kind of really taught about authentic sales, and some of that, when we're collaborating, both of us, we kind of share information. I mean, he's great. I mean, you got Carolyn Zeff, of course, everyone knows who she is, and that me and her collaborate and talk. And when it comes to just both everything, what we're doing for fun and enjoying life, and also when it comes down to business, and I have all these people, right, and Mike Bone, and the list goes on and on and on. I have people that I connect with, that I share, like, the good, the bad, right, the challenges, the motivational stuff, and we work together, we keep collaborating. And that's why I'm cleaning out my Facebook right now, because I want to be connecting with as many people as I can, right, personally, right, to be able to learn from, to collaborate, to enjoy, even if it is just going out for dinner or going to a party and just talking to people and just having some fun. I really want to do that now, because I've been isolated personally for the last probably year and a half, because I've just been so busy and have my head down. I'm working on, my health, I'm working on my business, and then just working. So now I'm changing that up and really kind of getting excited about collaborating and working with people and connecting with, old friends, old business people that I've worked with, and just collaborating, just see how things are going, and then seeing how, they're going through the communication process of just relationship building, and then collaborating in some way. If that's going out for dinner, having some fun, going to see a show, or, I mean, if we have some projects and stuff they're working on that we want to kind of talk about and strategize together, same thing. I mean, that's the legacy I want to live, and that's the legacy I want to leave behind. That's who I am. That's what I do. So I gotta go for my run, but that's what I'm working on. And if you're watching this video and you've stuck with me, how are things going with you? Comment below. I want to know. Right? I really want to connect with, everyone that's in my life. I want to reconnect with everyone and just kind of get out there and just have some fun and enjoy. So guys, thank you for watching this journal. I'm going to be back tomorrow talking about what I'm working on the rest of today and what my projects are tomorrow, and just kind of keep building on my success and what I'm doing, because I have been a motivating factor for myself for so long that I keep changing and transitioning and keep evolving and wearing different hats. It's nice to be able to articulate what I'm going through and what I'm working on, because it just reminds me what I've done, and not in an egotistical way, just in a being in gratitude that I've done a lot. I've been a holistic lifestyle coach. I've helped people with their health. And I'm really grateful for learning that, and learning the everything to help people personally, and then professionally, taking like different courses like the PPS, right, through Polycheck, the personal, professional, and spiritual course, the holistic lifestyle coaching, right, and reading tons and tons of business books and stuff like that, and just learning and by real life experience of business and marketing and doing all that, and being able to help people there, right? So marrying the two together, I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that, and I had the fortitude to stay with it, not to quit and go get a job, but to live my dream and my passion, that I get to do what I want to do. I get to wake up, go for a run, eat great food, right? Work with the people I want to work with, and that's really the life I want to live. And now it's just bringing it all together and just building to that next level, and keep doing it, keep everything in harmony. So I'd like to thank all of you just for coming along and being connected with me and being my friends, and I really appreciate it. So I'm off. I'm gonna go for my run. I'm motivated and I'm all excited now. All right, so I'll talk to you tomorrow.